All right, good morning, class of 2022. This is the 12th grade Expectations of Excellence Assembly. I am Miss Rebecca Sutton, and I'm going to go ahead and get started for you. Thank you all for being here. This webinar is being recorded, so if there is any friend of yours that is absent today, they will be able to watch it later. Today, we're going to talk about who's who at BCC, some excellence here at school, important information for you all about your SGA officers and some other class information, and then academics and supports. First off, I want to introduce your administrative team. Dr. Mooney, who is our principal, Ms. Debbie Teicher, our school business administrator, and then we have the rest of the administrative team listed there across the bottom, and I'm going to go into a few specifics about the team on the coming slides. So this year we have activities administrators. You all probably recall that for the past 3 years, I have been your class of 2022 administrator. I will still be working to support class of 2022 activities. So an activities administrator will help with SGA events. I'll work with your class government. I'll be helping with graduation and orientation and homecoming and things like that. I will be continuing with you all the way until you cross the stage. Dr. Mugera will be supporting class of 2023 activities. Ms. Adamson will be supporting class of 2024 activities, and Ms. Rizkala will be supporting the class of 2025. Mr. Nelson is not supporting a specific class activities. He will be supporting all activities as needed. Then to the student support structure. So we have switched, as I just mentioned, from a grade level support structure to an alphabetical support structure. On this screen, you can see each of the administrators and what parts of the alphabet they support. So for instance, Ms. Sutton, myself, I support all students grades 9 through 12 who have last names MD through SB. So regardless of your grade, if your last name starts within that section of the alphabet, those are your administrators. Ms. Rizkala is first at the beginning of the alphabet, then Ms. Adamson, Dr. Mugera, myself, and then Mr. Nelson at the end. These are supports for when you have academic or behavioral situations, or if you're just really having a difficult time doing some self-advocacy or getting your point across, or you feel like you may not fully know what you're entitled to support-wise or where to go for help. We are always here to assist you in getting the support you need. I just want to mention a little quote from General Colin Powell. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception, it is a prevailing attitude. This year at BCC, our main focus is on being a community that shows that we care. We are interested in connections. This has been a very difficult past 365 plus days, all of last school year, the spring, the summers. It's been a little crazy. We're looking to reconnect with ourselves, reconnect with each other, reconnect with students and staff and the community. We really just want to strengthen and rebuild those connections because we've all been so isolated for the past few years during virtual learning. We also really want to continue to focus on access. It's incredibly important to us here at BCC that all students have access to AP classes, IB classes, honors level classes, classes in special pathway programs like our engineering pathways, or in doing some of our programs like child development, access to Edison, access to dual enrollment through Montgomery College. We just want to make sure that you all have access to whatever will help connect you with your future plans. We also want to help make sure that we have rigor for every single student. We want every student to feel challenged to be their best selves in every class. And finally, engagement. Engagement has looked a little different over the past year. We know that many people struggled with being able to engage while looking at a computer screen all day. We want to get you back active in group work, active with hands-on learning, active with things outside of the classroom, engaging in clubs, activities, student government, service work, you name it. We want to help everyone here re-engage. And these are just some examples of ways that students here at BCC can aim for excellence. we have students who earn the following awards every single year. And it's not just 1 or 2 students. We have huge lists of students that will strive for Presidential Scholar, various community awards. We have students who make it very far and even win Posse Foundation scholarships. We have large numbers of students who earn the Seal of Biliteracy or get the Certificate of Meritorious Service for having over 260 SSL hours. We have book awards, just countless awards that our students receive. You all will get to participate this year in an even greater capacity in our awards assembly at the end of the year. It's traditionally some junior awards, but primarily senior awards. So as this is your senior year, I know we're going to be seeing huge, huge lists of all of your names just winning all of the awards. There's tons of them, and I really can't wait to see what you all earn and achieve this year. In terms of just other things that excellence looks like, these are all activities that we have here at BCC. We have It's Academic, Best Buddies, Girls Who Code. We have Link Crew, which has been going strong for 3 years now. We have the Tatler and the Pine Tree. We have Youth for Equity, Minority Scholars Program, BCC TV. We're an IB World School, so a full IB World School. Anyone in the school can participate. We have lots of students active in athletics, and we just really encourage you to get involved. I know I can't fit all of the clubs that we have here on a single slide. There are just so many. And if you're here and it's your senior year and you've just discovered your passion for something and we don't have a club for it yet, come talk to me. We can see a way to get a club like that started, because we really want every student to be engaged and excel in their interests. Speaking of student clubs, this is a little plug for the Tatler. They want to help connect with all of you. Please follow them on Instagram at BCC Tatler. And you can also take out your phone and scan this QR code to get yourself connected. I'm going to leave this up for just a minute to give people a chance to do the QR code. And again, this video will be recorded, or is being recorded, and will be posted on the website if you need to do your QR code at another time. Okay, hopefully everyone had enough time to scan that code. Now for a little bit about your class officers. As I mentioned, I am your activity administrator, and Ms. Anderson is your class sponsor. Now, you all should be pretty familiar with most of the students on this list. Many of them have been involved in your class government for quite some time. Please feel free to reach out to any of them if you have questions. But additionally, they have provided the following contact information. So text @Barons22 to 81010 to join the Remind. That gets you updates directly to your cell phone for things with the class government. You can also follow them on Instagram at BCCSGA22 or on Twitter at BCC Class of 2022. They also have a Google Classroom, 7RFOZ5D, and there's a Google form for Q&A. Just if you at any point have a question you'd like to kind of drop and you're not sure how to get them, there is a Google form available. And again, all of this contact information will be saved in this recorded presentation, which will be posted on our website. So last call, go ahead, take out your phones, text @Barons22 to 81010 if you would like to join the Remind for the class of 2022. Follow them on Instagram at BCCSGA22 or on Twitter at BCC Class of 2022. And some save the dates for you all as seniors. We are gathered here for a webinar right now, and we will gather again sometime during the day on Thursday, September 23rd. We'll have information about that coming out shortly. That same night at 7 p.m. will be a senior parent meeting. We do not have the details yet on the student meeting during the day, and if it will be another webinar format or how we will do that to make sure everyone can safely spread out indoors. But it will be an important meeting for you all to attend. During this meeting, we will talk through some more specifics about your senior year, about graduation, about dates and things you need to know over the course of the year. The year goes by pretty fast. Before you know it, we will be getting ready for graduation. So I want to make sure you have all that information that you need up front. Also, every student needs to have their portrait taken by Victor O'Neill Studios. Now, for seniors, this is a senior portrait session. Many of you took place over the summer. We had June and August dates. There is one final senior portrait session coming October 14th and 15th. The studio typically sends me the sign-up information about 3 weeks in advance of those dates. So expect an email from me sometime towards the end of September, which will include the link. This is the final session. And if you do not have your picture taken by Victor O'Neill, it will not be included in the yearbook. You are not able to send in outside senior photos. You are certainly welcome to do a private photographer and do like photos outdoors if you really would like to for your graduation announcements that you send to your family or whatever you'd like to do. The yearbook photo must be taken at one of these Victor O'Neill photo sessions. So please look for that email from me. It will go directly to you through Synergy with the sign-up information towards the end of this month, as soon as I receive the information from the studio. And finally, I'd like you to save the date for our senior prom. We do not know what the year will hold, but we do have a senior prom date scheduled for Friday, May 27th. This is Memorial Day weekend, so I want to make sure everyone is putting that date in their calendar now so you don't have it sprung on you and say, we're going away for the weekend. Friday, May 27th, we will be having our senior prom date, so please save that date. And now on to some academics. I want to remind everyone about academic eligibility. We want everyone to be academically eligible to participate throughout the year, which means you need a 2.0 GPA with no more than 1E. And I'm also going to come back to the Q&A towards the end of the presentation. So you may drop questions into the Q&A. Thank you to whoever has already done one. If you have a question, please drop it in the Q&A. I am now going to turn the mic over to Ms. Shoker and Ms. Henry, who are going to talk to you a little bit from the counseling office.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mia Shoker, and I'm one of the counselors. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about who your counselor is. Your counselor is based on your last name. So, for example, if your last name begins with C-A-J through D-U-N, you would belong to Mr. DeMunter if you're in 9th grade. So it is divided by your last name and by your grade level. So there is a handy chart. And if you're not sure who your counselor is, take a quick snapshot of that so that you know who to go to if you need any kind of help. Speaking of that, you might ask yourself, what does your counselor do for you? And I can tell you, your counselor is available for you for any kinds of needs, whether it is academic or emotional. I know that we have another slide for this, and I'm going to try to move to the next slide. There we go. If you need to see or talk to your counselor, there are different ways that you can do it. You can, if it's something like a schedule issue or something not urgent, you can email your counselor for an appointment. You can say, hey, you send an email. I need to see you, when would be a good time? Counselors are always available before school, after school, and during lunch. So that's just a walking basis. If you're having a situation which is quite urgent, you are welcome to get a pass from your teacher and come and see us. Things that we can help you with are going to be your academics, helping you find the support there. Or if you're having a social issue, we can help you. Emotional issues, family issues, pretty much anything that's going to impact your performance at school, we can help you with. And if it's a question that's even not related to that, we can help you find the answer to whatever that question is. So we want you to know that we are here for you and that we're ready to help you, whatever the case might be. So please feel, that you can come and see us because we are here for you. And next up is Miss Henry.
Good morning, guys. So I'm going to talk a little bit about SSL hours. It actually works out for you because I am the SSL coordinator, as you can see on the slide. You do have to earn 75 SSL hours to graduate. So if you haven't reached that number yet, you might want to work on that this fall so you don't have to panic about it in the spring close to graduation. There are tons of opportunities for doing these hours. A great website, I'm going to give it to you really quick, montgomeryserves.org. You can head there and find so many different things that you can do to earn hours. Some of you might be close to or already at the 260 mark. That is for the Certificate of Meritorious Service. You do have to do that by April. So you'll want to make sure to turn in those forms by April so that you can qualify for that award. Any forms that need to be turned in, they can be submitted to the bin that's in the counseling office, or you can also send them to me via email.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shoker and Ms. Henry. So now, what do you all need to focus on? As Ms. Henry said, you need to focus on your student service learning, getting those 75 hours required for graduation. There will be standardized testing this fall for students who have not yet had an opportunity to participate in testing. So for instance, SATs. If you as a junior last year did not have a chance to sit for and participate in the free in-school SAT day, we did it last spring, as a senior this fall, you will have an opportunity for a free SAT. So if you sat in the spring, you will not be able to test again during the in-school. If you did not sit in the spring, you will have an opportunity to take that this fall. We will let you know if there's any standardized testing missing that you need to do. Your counselor and your administrator will be able to support you in knowing what you need to do for those requirements. Your focus should be on grades. Just a reminder, grades are not given, they are earned. So your grades are a reflection of what you were able to demonstrate mastery on in your classes. I know that a lot of times there's a lot of stress just about the grade. The focus shouldn't be so much on the grade as the work that earns the grade, if that makes sense to everyone. We also want to be thinking about doing the right thing every day. This has been a crazy year. Everyone is coming from a different place. Everyone had a different experience and process this all differently. Just try to assume positive intent and know that everyone is just trying to do their best right now. Your staff that are here to support you, your friends, your parents, your families, your community, everyone is just doing the best they can as we work our way through this pandemic life. It's been an absolute crazy ride, and we all understand that we're just in very different places. So just do the best you can to do the right thing each and every day. And then finally, work on getting involved. If you have no clue how to get involved, please come see me. We can talk through what you're interested in, what group might be appropriate for you, or how you can get involved outside of the school, out in the community. We are in such a wonderful area. It's a great area to live in. There is an opportunity for literally everything. I have yet to meet a single person with an interest that they can't access somewhere here in the Bethesda, DC metro area. Everybody has a way to get involved. And if you don't know what that is or how, please come see me. I'd love to talk with you about it. A little bit about attendance. Just a reminder, especially as I see so many of you out front, kind of casually walking in as the bell is ringing to go to first period, that you are expected to be on time to class every day. You do have 5 minutes to get to each class in between classes. It's just really important that you start your day off arriving on time. It's a habit you're going to want to get into for the future. Most employers that I know will say something along the lines of, arriving early is on time is late, and late is just unacceptable. And that is something that employers, as you go on to life outside of school, will look for. So start building those habits now by arriving on time in the morning and then getting to all of your classes on time. Teachers will have a conference or conversation with you if you have 3 unexcused absences in a class, and they will contact home. We will work on an attendance intervention plan if you have 5 unexcused absences or more. And unexcused tardies are recorded. 3 of them equals 1 unexcused absence. So for instance, if I saw you 3 of the days this week coming in late to first period, that puts you already at 1 unexcused absence. We're not recording it quite like that this week. We're trying to get everybody back in the groove, but Wednesday starts a whole new week. We'll be a week in, and we're expecting everyone to arrive on time to every class for the full school year. More about attendance. If you do have to miss a class, for instance, if you have a doctor's appointment, please turn in a note signed by your parent or guardian to Ms. Aviles, the attendance secretary in the main office. There's a little picture of her window and where you leave the note. It would also work very, very well if your parent emails her directly from their email account that they have on file. The note should include your name, your student ID, the reason you missed, and the dates you missed. Please note that not every reason is excused. You can look on the Maryland State Department of Education website for additional information about what constitutes an excused or lawful absence versus an unexcused or unlawful absence. You will see both of those types of terms. Excused, the difference is that excused means technically teachers will need to allow you the opportunity to make up missed work. If it's unexcused, teachers do not have to allow you that opportunity. That being said, work with us in advance, talk to us in advance. We are really looking to try and help all students have a chance to demonstrate the best they can be. We're not just going to shut students off just because something came up that did not count as an excused absence. We will have more information coming out shortly about a process by which you can notify your administrator and your teachers of an unexcused absence in advance so that we can work with you for a plan to make up missed assignments and missed instruction. Notes must be submitted within 3 days of returning from the absence. If you do not submit the note, it will go in as an unexcused absence regardless of what the reason is. So make sure those notes come in right away within 3 days of returning. TAP. TAP stands for Time for Academic Progress. It's a small group homework and study help session at BCC led by BCC teachers. It will be after school and will be starting sometime later this month or early next month. And so before I get to the questions and answers, just a final quote for you. Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. And that's Maya Angelou. If you have any questions for me that I am not going to answer here live, you want to email me directly, you can do so at Rebecca_J_Sutton@mcpsmd.org. Also, for the latest information, please follow BCC through our official social media accounts at official BCCHS on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So just a few answers for you all. Hello to anonymous attendee at 8:58. Hi. Anonymous attendee at 8:59. I do not know what your question mark refers to, but good job putting a question mark in the Q&A box. Anonymous attendee at 8:56 a.m. The last day to get senior pictures taken will be October 15th. So towards the end of this month, I will send out an email through Synergy with the link to sign up directly through Victor O'Neill Studios. And the last 2 dates are October 14th and 15th. Please keep your eye on your Synergy email for that information. It looks like Ms. Hershey's class has a couple of questions. The in-school SAT for seniors will be in October. I do not have that date in front of me right now, but we will be sending information out about that shortly. And who is the teacher in charge of all clubs? Miss Fischel is the new SGA sponsor, and she will be putting out information to club sponsors and working on getting things ready for our club fair later this month. And I'm just going to pause for a moment. Oh, looks like we have 2 more. How do we start a club and what are the requirements? So the first thing would be to check and make sure that we don't already have a club that meets your needs. We have clubs for almost everything. As I've mentioned, we even have things like we have a Nintendo club, and then we specifically have a club for Smash, which is a game on the Nintendo. So we get very, very specific with our clubs here. So please check, and you can see with Ms. Fischel, and we'll have the club fair later this month where you'll get to see all the clubs that exist. If we do not have a club that meets your needs, you will need to find others who would like to join a club with you, start collecting names, and a sponsor who would be willing to work with you for that club. If you're not sure who to go to, how to get a sponsor who might be interested, you can always talk to your supporting administrator, and we will help you find a staff member who might be interested in what you're interested in. And then through there, the sponsor will be the one taking care of paperwork and things to become an official club. So really all you need is others who would like to join you and a sponsor. And if you're not sure how to get either of those things, talk to your supporting administrator. Is there an SAT in November? Naomi asks. There are many SAT dates through College Board. We will be doing the SAT school day free for any senior who did not have an opportunity to test as a junior last spring. That is in October. If you are interested in other SAT dates, you register completely on your own through College Board directly. We do not have any other SATs here at BCC. We are not a Saturday test site for the SAT. So you will go on to the College Board website, search for the dates you would like to test, and find a location that works for you to take your test. Okay, is there an ACT this fall? Again, similar to SAT, there are many ACT dates listed. If you check the ACT website, you register directly as a student. Please know that when you're registering for the SAT, ACT, we do not have information about that once you register. Often we'll get emails from students or parents saying, I lost my ticket, I don't have it. It's all directly through your College Board or ACT account. The school does not have access to that information. That is a private arrangement you really enter as a person with College Board or with ACT directly. There isn't really a connection with the school. The only one we have a connection for is the SAT school day or PSAT day in school, only the in-school testing. Okay, and with that, I think I have gotten to all of the questions that were submitted. Again, my name is Miss Rebecca Sutton, and that is my email there. You can certainly send me an email if you have any questions about anything. And also, because you are seniors, please let me know if you're interested in auditioning for morning announcements. I am accepting applicants for that until the end of the day today. You may now log off. This concludes your webinar on the expectations of excellence for the class of 2022. Have a great day.